Hey boys, welcome back to the second part in this county cricket match here of the spin bowling career mode, and Alistair Cook again with the big 100. We're coming out here, average of 43, which is actually, it's creeping up there. It's approaching the mid 40s, and yeah, it's actually, I feel like I haven't batted to our potential, but it's gradually increasing. We did the game set up very nicely. That is a fantastic shot to get off the mark. It's only going to be a single. They do have a fairly spread field, but the game is set up extremely nicely for us. As you see there, the scorecard, once again Alistair Cook putting in work, but a massive first innings total of, I can't remember what it was, a bit over 500 or well over 500, I can't think, is right here. I thought it was pretty close. It was a bit of a jam bat and pad, but it did come off the bat first that time, as Mohamed here, 5 for 40. He's doing all the damage in this spell. But yeah, the big first innings total. Glamorgan actually put up a pretty good fight in their first innings. We picked up one crucial wicket of the man who got 200. And it was a nice wicket to pick up. I mean, we bowled pretty well. We bowled pretty tidy for not much reward, but we did get a decent, we bowled him out for decent enough, and we're coming out here with a good lead now and looking to set up for the final, well, not final day, but the final session, or not even final session, the final freaking innings, dude, the final innings. So we're gonna look to bowl a little bit better. I mean, personally, I think we bowled okay, but just try to rip through them a little quicker. Build a bit more pressure maybe, and yeah, I mean the pressure is going to be on to chase the runs. As you see, a lead of almost 400 at the moment, so probably could declare any time here, but giving us a good chance. As a short ball off a spinner there, we almost got the pull shot away, which is fairly funny. That's a beautiful shot, back foot square drive, and gonna push for 2. That was a feature in a 70 in the first innings. The twos, the threes, we hit a few boundaries and a few big maximums, but the 2s and 3s, which are very, very important, and shows you in pretty good form, is a little paddle there. We've hit it beautifully, but there was a man placed perfectly for the shot. Like, he's in, that man standing there was like just in no man's land. He was so fine and like really close up. I don't know what he was there for. I mean, he's a leg slip pretty much, but it's to the spinner. It makes no sense. But he stopped 4 runs, which I guess it paid off, as that ball right there was so slow. I had to, it was 70 Ks. It wasn't as slow as sometimes, but it just felt like so loopy and so slow that I had to go for it. But at the same time, I was worried I was going to mistime it and chip it to the fielder. But thankfully, the mid on is really close in. So it gave us a fairly good freedom to swing for that one. Is again this 63 Ks, so the one before 70 Ks I thought felt pretty slow. That one even slower. So he's flown them up there, and then we have Shadhari. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that one right, but he's coming in, darting them in a bit quicker. The other spinner. So it's a little bit tricky actually. The 2 spinners bowling very differently. This fellow is definitely darting them in, and it hasn't worked very well for him. 100 runs off his 20th over now, so he's going the journey. But the other spinner, he's getting them up there a little bit more flight, a little bit slower, or a lot slower in fact. But I don't really like that. I find, yeah, I generally find facing the pace bowlers easier in general, but the spin bowlers aren't too bad as long as they're not doing it too slow. It just feels so hard to actually time the ball, as that's a pretty good shot. It was, and again, a slow ball, 111 Ks, super slow out the hand, but we waited for it nicely and just played it through that mid wicket, mid on area, and we move on to 25. Myself and Villani here, a couple of nice partnerships already in this tournament. He's on 64, and another good work 2 there, and a big over as Mohamed comes back into the bowling attack. I mean, they got to give him the ball. He's 5 for 60. He's doing all the damage, so gotta give it to him. As right here, it wasn't a bad ball. It wasn't a bad ball, but we just worked it with the spin. Hit it through square leg for another 4 runs. They got a bit of a strange field. I mean, they got sort of a man in front of square and then a catching mid-wicket, and then unfortunately we are going to depart. Look at this ball turn though. I don't really. He's given us a run out, which is so funny because I accidentally pressed the wrong button. As soon as I charged and then I missed it, I played it way too early. I pressed the wrong button. I actually pressed run instead of circle to get back. So I was well and truly gone, but they actually called it run out, which is funny. But you know, we got a quick fire 30 odd. We didn't really need to do too much more. It would have been nice to bat a bit longer, but that's fine. The target is 479. You know, we can't lose it from here. As I got up for that one, I thought it was a catch, but obviously it was a bump ball. As we come back into the attack, 1 wicket has fallen, but that man Jonathan, he got 200 in the first innings, but he is not going to repeat the same dose. We're going to pick him up early, and I mean, you know, we picked him up twice now in this game. He did score a lot of runs, but we have picked him up twice, so we do have a bit of a bit over on him here. As, that's a big wicket. That is a huge wicket. He was the man full of confidence. The rest of if you look at that scorecard from the first innings, the rest of the batters didn't really do too much. They, you know, a few of them got starts, but it was mainly Jonathan. So 4 for 85 now, and just continuous wickets tumbling. That's a pretty good shot. A little bit risky. I mean, I wasn't too disappointed with this shot. It was, you know, pretty extravagant and fairly aggressive. He's played it nicely, but it was uppish. So, you know, if he wants to go for it, that's a-okay. As coming a little bit wider of the crease there, looking to angle it in, get a little bit of spin away, which is what I like to do against the lefties. I think it's a pretty good tactic to employ. As I thought it might have been a catch right here. It's just going to be some great fielding off our bowling. The fielding off your bowling, like Don Bradman 17, is very weird. Like sometimes it just doesn't work. This one's hit him on the back pad, and we're finally going to get an LBW. It's so hard to get LBs in this game as a spinner because it just always seems to be just missing the stumps, either going over or just spinning. But right here, coming really wide on the crease, it's straightened up and it's hit him on the back pad. I thought I'm even going to look at the big eye for this, because I actually thought this might have been just missing the stumps, but it's hit him in line. But look at the angle there. It's straightened up a lot, and it's just going to be clipping the off stump. So umpire's call, we have got the benefit of the doubt right there. It's yeah, it was a good ball, and thankfully the umpire actually went in our favor that time. We go up for a lot of LBs, we barely get any, but it was nice to get one there. So 2 wickets now, bowling pretty nicely. And I mean, it feels like we got this game pretty well wrapped up here, into the middle to lower order right now. And it looks like the rest of our bowlers did the job without me having to put in the hard yards. So there we have it. Paul Walter, man of the match. I mean, he got 10 wickets for the match. I mean, you sort of feel like Alistair Cook. He got 195 and 134. He probably deserved it. But we got 70 in the first innings. We picked up a wicket in the first innings as well. Didn't bowl amazing in that first innings, but decent enough. Kept it tidy, and then picking up a couple in the second innings. So we had a decent all-round effort. Hopefully, guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like, and I'll see you in the next one.